We house medical students and residents and interns. We have 44 condos, and we supply all of the amenities. They pay a rate, so we're looking for energy savings. One of the applications we thought we could utilize was to use this unit to put on a hot air furnace. They're all forced air units in these condos. Talking with Ethan and talking with Frank, we approached one of our they're all built the same, and we had 2 twin units that are VIP suites. So twin units, everything about them is identical, built the same year, same type of insulation, and same usage. So without, we started the database with installing them in what we call C1, and C2 is the adjoining unit. We put them in, we turned them in, adjusted them. The whole installation only took 20 minutes from start to finish. Put the unit back together, and we started running them. Before we started recording data, we wanted to see what our tenants would do, what the response was. See if our calls went up at all, comfort factors, so on and so forth. Nothing increased. No additional calls on, the unit that we installed their product on. In January, when the temperatures were cold enough and we had enough days where average daytime temperature would suffice, and we started the recording devices. We monitored power consumption, actual real runtime of these of the burner units and the blower units. Before you had a hard start on C2, we ran the same devices over there. We had with recording in C1, where the device was installed, very smooth. We maintained within 2 to 3 degrees on average of a flow, so it was a nice linear flow. In C2, which forced air is notorious for, we put a lot of air into an area, and then it cools off. The unit shuts off, and the unit cools down, and the unit kicks back on. Consistent-wise, very, very steep on the chart. The data that we collected is the runtime for the burner assembly is down 12%, and we did a 2-week sampling in January and a 2-week sampling in February. Monitoring both units, both VP suites. They had the same amount of occupancy, in and out, average. People would leave around 7:30 in the morning, come to the facility, and they would enter around 5 o'clock at night. So there was the opportune test subjects to do these with. The results that we have, we like so much that we will be installing 40 more of these in these condos, and we'll be starting that very soon. We just placed the order. We like to do our own data testing. There's, because of applications, no 2 families are the same, and so the demands is what we were watching for, and this has worked out very, very well for us. There's about 1.5 years payback at the very most. We looked at them very hard last year because of obviously fuel oil prices climbed. The prices are still down, or prices have come down, but we plan to just charge ahead and install these on there.